All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to wherever you are. I hope you're having a good day today. Today, I did not want to write anything, but today is the perfect day for me not to want to write anything because in my literature assignment today that I just did, I had to write on a short story called Birthday Party. And it feels like I've read it before, and I think it's kind of popular. You've probably heard of it before, but if you haven't, it's fine. I read it today, and I felt something like I've read it before. So, but anyways, I'm gonna read the story to the. I'm gonna read the story to you today, and that's about it. So let's get right into it. Birthday party. They were a couple in their late 30s, and they looked unmistakably married. They sat on the banquette opposite us in a little narrow restaurant, having dinner. The man had a round, self satisfied face with glasses on it. The woman was fadingly pretty in a big hat. There was nothing conspicuous about them, nothing particularly noticeable, until the end of their meal, when it suddenly became obvious that this was an occasion. In fact, the husband's birthday, and the wife had planned a little surprise for him. It arrived in the form of a small but glossy birthday cake, with one pink candle burning in the center. The head waiter brought it in and placed it before the husband. And meanwhile, the violin and piano orchestra played Happy Birthday to You. And the wife beamed with shy pride over her little surprise. And such few people as there were in the restaurant tried to help out with a pattering of applause. It became clear at once that help was needed because the husband was not pleased. Instead, he was hotly embarrassed and indignant at his wife for embarrassing him. You looked at him and you saw this and you thought, "Oh, now! Don't be like that!" But he was like that. And as soon as the little cake had been deposited on the table and the orchestra had finished the birthday piece, and the general attention had shifted from the man and the woman, I saw him say something to her under his breath, some punishing thing, quick and curt and unkind. I couldn't bear to look at the woman then, so I stared at my plate and waited for quite a long time. I almost said for a long time. For quite a long time. Not long enough, though. She was still crying when I finally glanced over there again. Crying quietly and heartbrokenly and hopelessly, all to herself, under the gay big brim of her best hat. All right, well, there was a short little story for today because, again, I didn't want to write anything today. I was feeling lazy, and I actually didn't even know if I was going to upload today or not. But I uploaded because I do want to keep a steady a steady, you know, upload. It's not a schedule. It's not a schedule. I wouldn't call it a schedule, okay? It's not a schedule. I'm building a habit. I'm building a habit because if I don't, I might actually just forget about all this and forget about uploading. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you watched it this far, or if you watched it for 10 seconds and you're not even gonna watch this part, so you're not even gonna get my thanks. Thank you. That's about it. I hope you have a good day today. Bye bye.